Hello YouTube friends, Alicia here. This is going to be a real quick video. I'm sorry if you hear my coffee maker in the background. I have not had my coffee this morning, and I'm just trying to get things done as it is my only day off this week. So this is part 2. Not part 2, but I guess episode 2 in Use Your Stash Canadian Style. And these were made using up some of the images I had printed off from Carolyn's Craft Tree. She has a 4-page set of children images, and I printed them on, it was some kind of vintage paper. It's kind of like a newsprint paper. It wasn't, but that was the closest I can think to describe it. So I went ahead and I made let's just see if I can, there. Some embellishments for you. Well, not for you, but to show you. And so I'm just going to get started. So what I do when I'm doing something like this is I open up my scrap drawer next to me and basically just try and pick out as much out of there as I can. And then I go ahead and add, the extra pieces. So obviously this one I had some ledger paper. I used a stamp. Here's the image I inked up. This is just, I think, tracing paper, some coffee dyed lace, and then I have that. And these won't go in a specific theme journal necessarily, but maybe just a vintage style journal. So this is just a tag that I cut out of, I think, just cardstock, it looks like. And this, she also has words. I don't know if these are in her shop or if they were a freebie. But anyways, they are from her as well. Here's another image, and then I just, collaged on it. Here's a time card that I had coffee dyed. Did the same thing. Left them blank on the back so that I can journal on them. As I say in a lot of my videos, I am a journaler, so I don't like having things in my journal that are totally not functional. So that is why I tend to leave a lot of blank spaces. This is just a side tuck. I used a book page, some lace, one of her images, and then it's just stapled. I got a mini stapler from my thrift store, a vintage one, and I've been using it. It's kind of a pain, but you know what, for 25 cents I will deal with it because I like it. Some vintage fabric. This is a store-bought tag that I had, coffee dyed, and then just one of her images. I do not know what is with my camera. Here's the second half of that time card with another image. I love her images. I just got for my design team project her Eco Dye paper set and her label set, and I cannot wait to get started on that. And some of these might go in there, depending how vintage I make it. I'm not assuming very, because they're fairly bright colors. This is a Rolodex card. Need to glue that down, which I have a rather large stash of. Die cut doily. I like this too. Because you can journal here and then just put this on a page, or even on a bag, and just use it as an embellishment, or make it a paper clip. This is just some stamped images I had in that scrap drawer, which I will show you one day. I'll show you how I have that all organized, possibly today. Since I've been fairly good at getting what I need to get done today. Another image. They're very plain, and this is not to say I won't stamp on the back or add anything to them, but this is just an idea of how to use your scraps with things that you have, things that we can obviously get in Canada. So, we can obviously print images, and it's, it's nice to support Canadian digital artists, and Carolyn is in Canada. I also purchased a bunch from Lorna Taylor, who I do not know her YouTube channel, her YouTube or her Etsy store offhand, but I will try and link it below if I can figure out how to do it. And then so I have a bunch of her stuff that I will be using as well. And then another project I'm going to be doing is deck of cards, which I'll be embellishing playing cards, and then I'll be showing those. I'll do them collage style most likely, because that is what I like to do. And it uses up your scraps. But yeah, so there's really nothing here that, you know, we can't get in Canada. Laces and paper scraps, and all I used is a glue stick and tacky glue, and I use Aleene's tacky glue. You can buy it either at Dollar Tree or at Walmart. Dollar Tree, the bottles are smaller, but it is still cheaper in the long run to buy 2 of those bottles than it is to buy a big one at Walmart. So that is totally up to you. What else? I use the Uhu glue, which isn't terribly cheap, but it works. And I use double-sided adhesive. So, like I said, all things we can get in Canada. And die cuts. This is a die that was gifted to me, and I do not remember where it was from. But anyways, that is all that I have used. The scraps, a die cut, some printed images from Carolyn's Craft Tree. If you like these videos, let me know. Thank you for watching, and if you feel like joining me, go ahead. That would be really neat, and label it, you know, use your Stash Canada style, and maybe we can see about putting like playlists together or whatever you call it. I don't know how it's done, but I think it'd be really neat. Okay, talk to y'all soon. I have another journal I need to sew signatures in, and then it's just about done.